Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another AWS cloud computing session. Today, we're going to be going over cloud computing. So, section one, what is cloud computing? The definition is the on demand delivery of compute power, database storage, applications, and other IT resources through a cloud services platform via the internet with pay as you go pricing. AWS started cloud computing in 2006, where they sold IT infrastructure services to businesses as web services. It provides a simple way to access servers, storage, databases, and a broad set of application services over the internet. The cloud services platform, like AWS, owns and maintains the network connected hardware, which is required for these services, while you provision and use what you need. It helps to build and run applications, and cloud can also be used for both the deployment and management of applications. Cloud computing is available to hundreds of thousands of customers across 190 countries. It offers powerful resources at a low operational cost. Um, Classically provisioning services is like a Goldilocks problem, and with AWS, you can elastically scale up and down. So these are some cloud benefits that are included. The first one is the ability to deliver innovative new features to the market quicker. You can focus on adding differentiated value. It makes new ideas feasible that were once out of reach. The experimentation becomes fast and low risk. They can adjust to fit any workload. It helps businesses to serve their customers globally without the need for expensive, time consuming expansion. It can deploy web services using tools and languages like Chef, Visual Studio, PHP, Java, Python, etc. And it connects to personal infrastructure by private dedicated connectivity. So there are a few more benefits. The first one is that you can trade capital expense for variable expenses. The next one is you can benefit from massive economies of scale. You can stop guessing about capacity. You can increase speed and agility. You can stop spending money running and maintaining data centers, and you can also go global in minutes. So for trading capital expenses for variable expenses, you pay for what you consume and you pay only when you're consuming. For benefiting from massive economies of scale, you lower the variable cost and achieve higher economies of scale, and this ultimately leads to lower prices. For not guessing about capacity, you access as much or as little as needed, and you scale up or down when necessary with a few minutes' notice. For increasing speed and agility, you reduce the time it takes to make resources available, and this causes a large increase in agility due to cost and time to experiment being extraordinarily lower. You can also stop spending money running and maintaining data centers. So you can focus on your own customers and you can go global in minutes. So you can deploy your application in multiple regions around the world extremely quickly in just a few simple steps. This means that you can provide lower latency, which is delay before transfer of data, and a better experiences for your customers at a small cost. Total cost of ownership. So the total cost of ownership, or the TCO, reduces the need to invest in large capital decisions. It provides a pay-as-you-go model which allows you to invest in the capacity you need and use. TCO calculators allow you to estimate the costs and savings. Calculators also modify assumptions that best meet your business needs. The calculator provides directional guidance on possible savings. The tool is built on an underlying calculation model. It generates a fair assessment of value that a customer may achieve. And it's important to note that the TCO calculator results can only be used as an approximation. And a video that would be found in the description. Section 2, um, starting off with the types of cloud computing. So there are several different models of cloud computing, and all of these allow different amounts of control over the web services. So there are three main types, which are infrastructure as a service, or IaaS, platform as a service, or PaaS, and software as a service, or SaaS. So starting off with infrastructure as a service, or IaaS. This contains the basic building blocks for cloud IT. It typically provides access to networking features, computers, and data storage space. It provides the highest level of flexibility and management. It's most similar to existing IT resources, and it provides instant computing infrastructure. On the other hand, Platform as a Service or PaaS removes the need for organizations to manage the underlying infrastructure, which is usually hardware and operating systems. It allows focus on the deployment and management of applications. It helps business owners be more efficient. It disregards human concern over resource procurement, capacity planning, software maintenance, patching, etc. And it's a combination of both hardware and software components. So now for software as a service or SaaS, it provides customers with a completed product that is both ran and managed by the service provider. SaaS is usually referred to as end user applications. There is no user concern about service maintenance or how infrastructure is managed. You only need to know how you're going to use the software. For example, a web based email to send and receive emails without having to manage feature additions is taken advantage of. And another video for the description. Section 3, how to deploy the cloud infrastructure easily. So there are four key areas to make deploying the cloud infrastructure as easy as possible. Number one is the highly trusted global infrastructure. There's also providing broad compatibility with all popular workloads, fast and secure private networking, and tools to control access to all the cloud resources. So first of all, highly trusted global infrastructure. It's designed for high security and availability needs of the large enterprises. It offers capabilities which restrict unauthorized access or usage without sacrificing flexibility, and it provides backup for all features. For providing broad compatibility with all popular workloads, it can spin up virtual servers, hard drives, databases, networks, and more. It's easily set up virtual servers using Linux or Windows, and fast and secure private networking, so it can provision a private section of the AWS cloud that you define and retain control of. It's done with simple IP networking. The cloud environment becomes an extension of your on premises environment. It uses a standard pipe that encrypts data when it moves from your environment to the cloud. More data creates dedicated network connection from your existing data centers to AWS. It gives you predictable network and a performance increase by bypassing the public internet. And there are also tools to control the access to all cloud resources. So you can create and manage users and integrate them with your existing identity systems, and it gives greater flexibility to rapidly create new apps, lower costs for existing apps, and benefit from the global infrastructure and security of AWS. Okay, so now talking about the cloud. So cloud-based applications are fully deployed within the cloud. App- Applications in the cloud are created in the cloud, or they are migrated from an existing infrastructure in order to take advantage of the benefits. Cloud based applications can be built on low level infrastructure, and they can also use higher services that provide detachment from management, architecting, and scaling goals. Hybrid. So, this is a way to connect infrastructure and applications, and it connects cloud based resources and existing resources. A common method of hybrid deployment is to extend and grow an organization's infrastructure into the cloud while connecting the cloud resources to the internal system. In hybrid, you can run applications in both the cloud and on premise, and you can access AWS wherever necessary. On premise. So, this is also referred to as the private cloud. It uses virtualization and resource management tools. On premises deployment leads to the inability to receive cloud computing benefits. It's used to provide dedicated resources, and typically it's the same as the previous IT infrastructures. It uses application management and virtualization technologies in order to attempt to increase resource usage. another video for the description. Section 4, starting off with AWS security. So AWS infrastructure installs safeguards in order to protect privacy. Data is kept in highly secured data centers, and it manages dozens of compliance programs. Segments of this compliance have already been completed. AWS security has the high security without user managing their own facility. It saves money at the same time, and you're able to scale the security with your AWS cloud usage. Also, you maintain the security regardless of the cloud size which you are using. Another video. AWS Analytics Services. So these are a set of services that handle every step of the analytics process. The services are powerful, flexible, and yet simple to use, as they enable organizations to put their unorganized data to work efficiently. There are a few example services, such as Elasticsearch, Amazon Kinesis, Amazon Redshift, and Amazon Athena. Elasticsearch is an open source search and analytics engine which is used to log analytics, real time application monitoring, and user click analytics. Amazon Kinesis enables you to absorb, buffer, and process the streaming data in order to find insights promptly. Amazon Redshift can ask questions and combine exabytes of both organized and disorganized data across your data warehouse, operational database, and data lake, which is a centralized repository that allows you to store all of your structured and unstructured data at any scale using a language called Standard Query Language or SQL. Amazon Athena is an interactive question service that makes it simple to analyze data in Amazon Edge 3 using SQL. Amazon Compute Services. So AWS offers multiple services that can deploy, run, and scale applications as virtual servers, containers, or code. Examples include Amazon EC2, Amazon Lightsail, and Amazon Elastic Container Service. Amazon EC2 obtains servers quickly and inexpensively. Amazon Lightsail creates a virtual private server or VPS on AWS. Amazon Elastic Container Service runs in Docker containers. These Docker containers contain software that are in standardized units, which are known as containers. And these containers package everything a software needs to run, including libraries, system tools, code, and also runtime. AWS Database Services. So these are necessary databases for applications like managed relational, non-relational, data warehouse, in-memory data store, and graph databases. Amazon DynamoDB is a fast and flexible database service for any workload. You pay only for what you utilize, and the key value database that delivers nearly instantaneous single-digit performance at any scale is this one. It's built to handle internet applications, it's a fully managed service, and it handles more than 1 trillion requests per section. Amazon Relational Database Service, or RDS, is a relational database service with 6 well-known database engines. It can be set up, operated, and scaled in just a few steps. Another video. Section 5, starting off with AWS Developer Tools. So these tools contain code and they automatically create, evaluate, and deploy applications. They're a set of services that both quickly and carefully deliver software. The service to store and hold control of your application source code. They're used for the constant integration, continuous delivery, infrastructure as code, and monitoring. AWS Code Pipeline. They can create an end-to-end software release workflow using services. It's a continuous delivery service which automates the release of pipelines in order to have fast and reliable application as well as infrastructure updates. It effectively and efficiently delivers both features and updates. AWS Cloud Development Kit. The AWS Cloud Development Kit, or the AWS CDK, is an open software development structure to, to define your cloud application resources using known programming languages. It supplies cloud applications, and it can be a challenging process that requires you to perform manual actions, writing custom scripts, maintaining templates, or learning domain-specific languages. AWS CDK utilizes familiarity and expressive power of programming languages in order to model your applications. AWS Code Deploy is the tool which installs applications and updates servers. It lowers the workload on developers and quickens the releases of new products and features. Co-deploy makes it simple for users to rapidly release new features, help dodge the downtime during application deployment, and deal with the complexity of updating applications. Positives of this include automated deployments, minimized downtime, centralized control, and being easy to adopt. AWS management tools. So these allow you to provision, monitor, and set forth your cloud environment. You can maintain the stable control without restricting your development speed. AWS CloudWatch is a service which was built for developers, system operators, site reliability engineers, and IT managers. CloudWatch provides information and insights to monitor your applications, understand and respond to system-wide performance changes, optimize resource utilization, and get an allied view of operational health. It gathers monitoring and operational data in the form of logs, metrics, and events, while providing you with a linked view of AWS resources, applications, and services which run on AWS and on-premise servers. AWS CloudFormation provides a common language to supply important assets in the cloud. Provisions can be automated to be sent over and over again, and models infrastructure using a simple text file. And AWS Systems Manager, which allows full control of the structure of AWS. It automates the tasks which are needed for smooth operations, and it helps guarantee security and compliance. Also, it detects problems quickly. AWS networking and content delivery services allows you to isolate your cloud infrastructure, scale the request handling capacity, and connect the physical network to the private virtual network. The networking products are going to work together in order to meet the requirements. Elastic Load Balancing coordinates with Amazon Virtual Private Cloud or VPC to give networking and security features. It distributes application traffic among different services and it handles the traffic in one or multiple availability zones or data centers. It also improves the scalability or the adjustability of your applications. AWS storage services are reliable, secure, and adjustable locations for your data. AWS offers a wide variety of cloud storage services to support both the application and the archival compliance requirements. Archival requirements are the dates when things can be archived. They're stored away and hard to get back. One can choose from different options in order to build the base of your cloud storage management solution. In AWS, the different types of storage services include object storage, file storage, block storage, backup, data transfer, and edge or computing services. And this is another video. Thank you for watching, and we will see you